Fellas, in today's video, I'll be showing you how to play the Punisher in this Marvel Rivals guide. Now, Punisher gets a lot of flack from people, I find, because they think he's either too easy or he's too much of a cheese. But the Punisher is a very fantastic character, very strong if you can play him properly. He's great at close range as well as at a distance, and he's also great at holding his position and getting around with his hookshot type rope. I'm actually not sure what to call it. And then on top of that, he has a ultimate that it is disgustingly strong. So in this video, I'll be covering his playstyle, some combos, positioning, things like that. So whether you're new to the Punisher or need a seasonal refresher, this video will be for you. Now starting off, I just want to look at his cosmetics right quick. His basic cosmetic honestly isn't that bad. I wish the face paint was maybe a little bit more white, but I'm not sure what it is particularly. Something about him just doesn't call out to be the Punisher to me. Even though he has the skull there and there, it's missing something. And then we have his other costume from the Battle Pass, I believe. Very, very cool. I like the red. Nice compliment. Now this one seems more Punisher than the main one. I don't think I've seen anyone use this, but it is pretty cool. Now this is one I have seen quite a bit. Again, also doesn't really scream Punisher too much to me. It looks like almost like a knockoff brand of the Punisher, like a DC version. But again, nonetheless, he is still a cool character. One of my favorite Marvel heroes, actually. Love the TV show. Now for his basic attack, he has two guns. One is a automatic rifle and the other one is a shotgun. Just starting with the basic automatic rifle, 30 ammo in a charge, does 18 damage per hit, takes a second to reload, fires about 10 rounds a second. Yes, it can crit, and the damage starts to fall off at 20 meters, decreasing to 70% at 40 meters, meaning he'll do just a little bit over 12 damage per shot at 40 meters. This means for those flying characters that are a decent bit away, he can do some good damage to them fairly easy. But what I think a lot of people sleep on is his shotgun. This is a pellet shotgun shooting 14 projectiles per shot with 8 in the charge. You can fire about once every second and a half and you can crit. Damage falls off starting at 8 meters, decreasing to 40% at 15 meters, meaning this is going to be a close range item. Use this sucker on the tanks. Seriously, this will melt tanks in no time flat. And honestly, anyone that you're up close against, this is the best thing to be using. 140 damage if you don't land a crit per shot. Absolutely disgusting. I really hate when people say, oh, 95.3% of the players I see don't know this. Use your shotgun more. Don't be a statistic. This will be one of the greatest things you ever use. Just moving quickly on to his passive ability. That is Warrior's Gaze. You retain visions of enemies that disappear from view for a short time. It lasts about 3 seconds for a range of 30 or so meters. This will allow you to track enemies either behind walls or who try to get away, allowing you to get a jump on them while they don't know where you are. Something I'm not too big of a fan of is the grenade. This launches you backwards when you do shoot it. It does 45 damage, a second cooldown, and you jump back about 10 meters. It says to block enemies' visions, but teammates have used it and my vision's been blocked. It kind of blocks everyone's vision, even your own, so you know. But it's good to get back really fast if you are being jumped on, and then switch to your shotgun to get in a kill. That's how you'll deal with the divers. Your way to get around is with Vantage Connection. You can have up to 2 of these on the field at one time, and the cable length will range from 5 meters to 35 meters depending on where you place it. You can use this to launch yourself into a wall, giving you bonus movement speed to really get around fast. No, seriously, it's very strong, and it stays up even if you do die, and you can use it again even if you already used it once. After that, this is something I'm sure you have seen quite a bit of, is the culling turret. This does 2 damage, once for the shot and once for the explosion, as you can see there. If you land a shot, that will do 12 damage, and then the explosive damage does 12 more damage. You have 200 ammo, the turret health has 600. It has a cooldown of 20 seconds, so you should be using this as much as you can. Throw it on an objective, throw it up high in a vantage point. If you're playing convoy, put it on the convoy. It fires about 13 rounds a second, so as long as you land your shots, you will melt anyone that you come across. Just be careful on the vantage point that you do place it on. Oftentimes I'll see players put it on breakable terrain. allowing for that turret to be broken, and thus your turret disappears. And then lastly, we have his ultimate Final Judgment. This is a lot. At last 10 seconds, you have machine guns and missiles that fire, but you do have a slowdown rate. You go 20% slower when not firing and 40% slower when firing. You can critical hit. With your Gatling guns, this does 8 damage per shot with 33 rounds per second, infinite ammo. With your mounted missiles, so you just have to aim, you don't have to fire them. This does 50 damage. It fires about every 3 or so seconds. It can lock on up to 3 targets at a distance of 40 meters. Seriously, that will melt just about anyone that you come across. And he does have a team up with Rocket, where if Rocket does throw down the ammo overload device, your basic gun or shotgun will get infinite ammo, allowing you to absolutely melt the targets. Go for headshots as much as you can. Now Punisher has an answer for just about every type of team composition that you will come across. Not so much for divers, as he has nothing to stun, but at least he has a shotgun that can deal massive damage, and landing 2 complete shots will eliminate most of the divers. I seriously cannot hype up the Punisher enough. Now one thing I do want to cover, because I have seen a lot of it, do not use the vantage connection to jump over the enemy team and attack them from the back line. You'll be in a 1v6 situation, and even if you pop your ultimate, you will be melted very, very fast. He is good on the front lines, he's good in the back lines, not so much as a flanker himself, but he fits just about anywhere in the front, back, or even in the middle of a team. You can use your vantage connection, the grapple hook shot, to get into higher to reach spots where you could pop down your turret to help protect a zone. Or again, if you're playing convoy, for example, you can throw that on the convoy and allow that to move you around while you deal massive damage. His assault rifle is a hit scan, so all you have to do is look at someone and click. Well, his shotgun is not, but it's meant to be close range, so you likely won't be missing your shots all that much unless you can't track someone who's jumping around a little bit. When I play tanks, the Punisher primarily is one of the few characters that I actually do worry about. He eliminates tanks very, very easily. His assault rifle allows for long range fights, so you're able to get some good damage in onto the enemies as they're trying to come back up to a point. Same thing in a chokehold, that's where the turret will be very, very effective. And if you come into a team fight where everyone is all close together, skip on the assault rifle, use the shotgun, and you'll have a very good time. And then when it comes to using his ultimate, this is something that you'll need good game sense for. His ultimate is very powerful. If you were to pop that at the start of a team fight, the first thing the enemy team is going to do is pop their support ultimates. You want to save that a little bit, use it at the tail end of one of the support ultimates, or wait for them to be killed off, and then pop it, allowing you to clean up a fight. I don't find it's as quick as Star-Lord's, in my opinion, but it's still very, very good. One of the best things I can recommend is don't place your turret in the same spot every single time. This allows the enemies to get used to where you have it and allows them to have somewhat of a plan. Keeping it fresh, keeping it random will help with causing that much more mayhem, allowing you to survive longer. And then if you're ever in a pinch, you can use your smoke grenade, you can use your vantage connection to get away. But if both of those are on cooldown for whatever reason, bring out your shotgun and that'll take care of anyone who is trying to eliminate you. And if you happen to be chasing down a target, bring out the shotgun and that'll be the best way to clean up the mess. If you're looking for a hero that offers great versatility, if you're looking for a hero to start out with, if this is your first time playing Marvel Rivals, the Punisher is going to be one of the best heroes that you can play. Rocket is a fairly common support character as well, so you will have to keep an eye out for his infinite ammo device. But for the most part, his abilities are fairly simple to use. They have good reload. He's a very simple character to use that can offer great output and show great results as well. Honestly, complementary to just about any team that you can pick. And that's a wrap on this Punisher Marvel Rivals guide. Tell me, did I miss anything, or do you have any tips of your own you think other people should know? Leave it in the comments below. And hey, hit that like button if you're still watching, subscribe for more videos like this if you haven't already. Stay tuned for the next one.